Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me today on our tour of the theme park up in the Sunlit Plaza and the Forgotten Lands. I used this Ratatouille arch that you can get from the DLC craftables using your fragment pieces. If you haven't gotten the DLC yet, I do suggest getting it if you can. It's not required at any means, but you do get some really good craftable items that you can use in either place, either Dreamlight Valley or in Eternity Isle. Okay, this is our entrance to the park. Using the founder statue along with flowers from the Sunlit Plaza and some fountain tiles underneath just to make it more of a fountain. And going here through the archway past these beautiful lights that you can craft and the clocks that we just got recently. Okay, through the entrance to the Mickey statue, surrounded by some bushes. We used plaza bushes and meadow bushes throughout this build. And here's a little photo booth moment. I like to use this in multiplayer. The person visiting me or the people visiting can come over me, can all take a picture together. It's just a fun little moment. The path that I used here was the new path that we just got, which is just beautiful up in the Sunlit Plaza. It's really beautiful anywhere, to be honest. In this beginning area of the theme park is Toy Story Land. So I've used all of the kind of Toy Story or kid-looking items, like this popsicle bench, for example, or the recycling bin that's all these fun colors, the new fencing, this ball, for example, that's a Toy Story ball I just randomly kind of placed on the ground. Think of the Target balls. Think of it made, it's not plastic, right? Here's some of the Star Path items that we just finished, the Tinker Toy statue, etc. Behind every build, I always make sure to leave space to pick up collectibles or, grab items that might fall from the tree, grab your mining nodes, etc. Over here is just a little snack time sitting area with the Stitch bucket, which is just too cute. Okay, so then into the main park section, we get into the more classic rides. So we have the Ferris wheel right when you walk in here. Some of the new benches that are in the premium shop or previous premium shop items. And the red and blue benches mixed in, here and there, just park benches. And we have some snacks, some ice cream, Goofy stall, if you want to, plant some crops in the middle of your theme park. And these green and white recycling bins, which are fantastic to use anywhere in your valley, really. So continuing with the classic theme, we're going to round the corner here and you'll see the teacup ride as well as the flying Dumbo ride, which I remember riding as a kid. I used one of the wooden stands here and put some disposable cameras in it. You find those like little stands here and there in theme parks where you can purchase drinks or you can purchase the cameras or sunscreen. Oh, don't we just love the interaction of these popcorn buckets? So cute. The pretzel stand and more balloons. I like the balloons just adding pops of color here and there against the trees or against the background of the valley below. Across the bridge here, we're going to see I used a lot of different food items, trying to create almost like a little bit of a food court area, as well as my multiplayer portal. So when people come to visit me, this is kind of where they pop out, and I think it's just kind of a really fun area to pop out into. The path that I used over here is the natural rock bordered path, and against the brick and iron fence. I just liked the contrast. I liked how bright it was. I liked how it toned down some of the more savanna looking vibes of this biome, which of course we all know it is, but that's okay. There's the Monsters Inc. ride, which fits perfectly back in that back corner. If you want to ride some swan boats, which I remember doing with my mom when I was a kid. Getting in the swan boats and laughing hysterically because we couldn't figure out how to make it turn. And then we have, pet my popcorn squirrel, of course. I used the car that we get from Oswald's Quest along with the Flo's gas station. I just thought they looked really cute through here. It's kind of like with the Monsters Inc. ride and then we have the balloon, kind of like a little transportation area. And Bing Bong's wagon, if you're on a budget, which again is a craftable from the DLC. Just some statues, some more benches and bushes. This is such a small, teeny little walkway area that it's hard to decorate beyond using just natural things or benches. So here we go into Agrabah. We're going to go into our area where we have the new flying carpet ride along with the spitting camels, which if you didn't know they spit, oh my gosh, interact with them. It's so cute. Some snacks. We have another item from the DLC, the palace table, along with just kind of a souvenir stand. And I used 2 of these canopies from Eternity Isle that you get to cover the walkway. So when you come over the bridge, you get to go under these 2 canopies. It just creates this like cute little transition area from one kind of section of the theme park to the other. A lot like Disney does. So we're going to head back to the entrance here and then take an overview on how I used my space. It's actually quite open. Once you get an overview, you can see there's actually a lot of space left. I have left room for example, the new Inside Out ride that's coming soon. Hopefully soon. In the next week or 2, hopefully soon. But you can see there's quite a bit of room left over here to use. So we have our Toy Story section here, very open, but still with some fun items. The classic rides, the Agrabah and food stand section, the pond with the swan boats, and then back to our little transportation area. But if I had to take out Bing Bong's wagon, for example, and put a new ride there, that'd be fine. Or even this Toon statue, we could take that out. If we got a new Toy Story ride, it could go here in the center, and I could take these bushes and Mickey out. So there's all kinds of options. The Sunlit Plaza is a great place to put your theme park, in my opinion. Going over to where Scar was originally in the game, I have created this area along, continuing that natural bordered path again, more of a food court area. So we've pretzels, Pizza Planet, the burger stand, and all those fun new tables and chairs that we just got. Such a bright, fun, cheery area. And up into the Forgotten Lands. So I'm not a spooky person, unless it's Halloween. In general, not. So I have tried to make my Forgotten Lands as bright and cheery as possible. And I've done that with the path that I've chose, and the trees that I've chose, and the bushes. So we've used lots of bright whites, the yellow greens. The path that I've chose is the brightest possible one I could find. The bright pink castle here, right when you come up. It glows so pretty even at night. These choices really allowed the area to feel brighter than it is. Not using all of those dark blackish trees, the dark path, the greens and purple glows, which, don't get me wrong, I actually love at Halloween time. But day to day, spring and summer, I'm not going for that particular vibe at the moment that this build happened. So that's just the vibe I'm going for. And here's Goofy with a craftable table, a cooking stove, makes it very easy and quick to craft or cook anything I might need as I play, which is right near my pumpkins, by the way, so that makes it really nice. I might need energy. Using flowers that kind of naturally grow up in the Forgotten Lands. I just let them kind of populate where they are and move them if I want to. The fountain, I tried to emulate what's kind of in the plaza. So I put a nice big tree behind it, making it kind of look like it's growing out of it. Just some stones around it. And then here to the left is the treehouse that we all love to hate. it doesn't move. It's really dark and just weird looking. So I put some really bright white fencing around it, bushes from Dazzle Beach, and then the bright birch trees right in front. It hides it and it camouflages it very, very well. This is the Haunted Mansion, the holiday version of the Haunted Mansion, which I thought was just super cute up here. Again, it's a bright white building. Put some green bushes in front of it with some pretty lights and fountains, and it looks really good there. And at Halloween time, we'll change it up. Here's the pumpkin farm that we all know and love. Have to have our pumpkins. Here, I switched the path to a unbordered, more kind of organic looking path, just to let it be a little bit more natural back in here. This is Jack with his tree next to those ancient, I don't know what you call them, beacons. We'll call them beacons. But I just thought he looked really good back in here. His house isn't hidden. It's just kind of is what it is, right? Here's the Hollywood Hotel. Just thought that looked really nice back here. And again, at Halloween time, I can change up the bushes and the path and make it look a little bit more creepy. I also put Vanellope back here. And if you look at her house, yes, it's got a lot of bright candy stuff, but it's also got a lot of that fudgy chocolate on it, which is really dark. So I like it up here with her particular pink and white path. The start thing that you see there is from the DLC, and her car. I just thought she looked really cute up here. So back in the treehouse area behind all of this fencing, I can still grab things. So if wood falls back here, because I have the trees pretty close, or if, for example, garlic grows, we can grab that still. It's not particularly blocked off for good. We just camouflaged it. So at Halloween, or if I just want a different vibe, it's really easy to change out. I don't really have to change anything but the fencing, the path, maybe the buildings. I could change the color of the lights. But let's get an overview of how bright this really is. So you can see off here to the right, we have the red trees that naturally grow here. Okay, so you see how dark that is in comparison to using those trees from the Plaza and Meadow and Forest, these bright birches and the bright yellows and greens. It really does make a difference of what you're choosing to put in your biome. And don't be afraid to mix and match. Don't be afraid to use different items. Put things together, change it up. Change your seasons. You know, there's so many options in Dreamlight Valley, and we all decorate differently, which I think is part of the beauty of this game. If you haven't done multiplayer yet, try it. You'll see so many different designs. It's fantastic how creative everyone is in this community. But thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. Next, we'll be touring in Eternity Isle, and I can't wait to see you there. Thank you.